I knew the moment he cleared his throat, gripping the microphone with that smug confidence he never got from me, that he was about to wound me. Still, I didn't expect the knife to twist that deep. "I've always hated our last name," he said, smiling as the guests leaned in. "Honestly, I'm ashamed to be his son." Laughter rippled through the hall, cheap, nervous, eager. My ex-wife covered her mouth, pretending shock she'd rehearsed for years. His friends clapped like he'd just delivered the punchline of some brilliant joke. Even his bride laughed, though she glanced toward me to confirm the cruelty. And I just sat there, still, quiet, unblinking, while my son burned the name he didn't understand. That name, the name he mocked, belonged to a bloodline richer than he'd ever imagine. He had no idea that 3 days earlier I'd inherited $10 million. But I didn't stand up, I didn't storm out, I didn't cry, I listened. Because betrayal sounds different when it comes from your own child. I remember when he used to cling to me, when he used to say, "Dad, teach me," about everything, from tying shoelaces to fixing the old motorcycle. He had my eyes, my stubbornness, my way of solving problems with silence instead of noise. And then the divorce came. Not a war, just a quiet poisoning. His mother whispered, and he believed. I worked double shifts, triple shifts, thinking I was sacrificing for him. Meanwhile, she was repainting our history, one lie at a time. At 13, he stopped meeting my eye. At 15, he stopped returning my calls. At 19, he stopped calling me Dad altogether. I didn't lose him suddenly, I lost him molecule by molecule. And yet, I kept hoping. Until that wedding. His speech wasn't spontaneous, I saw the signs long before. The texts he forgot to hide during rehearsal. The way he snickered with his groomsmen as I walked in. Even the seating chart, my name tucked in the farthest corner, as if I were a distant cousin or an inconvenient ghost. His mother orchestrated the humiliation. I recognized her fingerprints, subtle, venomous, always disguised as innocent. She thought I'd crumble. They all did. Instead, I felt something else rising in me. A cold, clean clarity. $10 million changes your posture, not your principles. I didn't spend it, I didn't flaunt it, I didn't even tell him. Revenge doesn't begin with explosions, it begins with patience. I reviewed old documents, custody files, financial statements, land deeds my father had left sealed until his death. Turns out, the worthless land she mocked me for keeping was now part of a commercial expansion project. A gold mine. My lawyer was surprised at how calm I was. I wasn't calm, I was focused. I rewrote my will, I restructured assets, I created trust funds with conditions detailed like traps. Every legal move was a stitch, crafting a future only the deserving could inherit. As for my son, I left his name out. Not out of spite, out of truth. He had already removed himself. I waited until the wedding reception reached its glittering peak, right after their first dance, right when everyone was drunk on celebration. I approached him quietly. No spotlight, no microphone, just a father and a son. "You said you're ashamed of our name," I told him. He smirked, proud of the wound. "That name," I continued, "is worth $10 million now." The smirk cracked. I leaned closer, letting him smell the weight of his mistake. "And you won't inherit a single dollar of it." The music hid his gasp. The laughter from the crowd swallowed his panic. To everyone else, it looked like a normal conversation. To him, it was a collapse he couldn't control. He grabbed my arm, whispering fast, desperate, "Dad, wait, what do you mean?" "I mean," I said calmly, "you threw away the only thing money can't buy. And now, money won't buy you back." His mother rushed toward us, sensing the shift, but I stepped past her. I didn't need to say a word. She knew she'd lost. The power she held for years evaporated in a sentence. I walked out before dessert. Not out of anger, out of closure. Outside, the night air felt cleaner, lighter. My name, our name, felt heavier in a good way, like an heirloom polished at last. He wanted applause for publicly shaming me. Instead, he inherited silence, the kind that echoes. I didn't seek revenge. I delivered consequences. There's a difference. And as I drove away from the wedding he thought would crown him, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Peace. Because sometimes the greatest justice is simply letting someone live with the truth they created.